Ohio gozaimasu, Hiromi-sami here and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm gonna discuss Vice Admiral of the Japanese Navy, Jisaburo Ozawa, or the Gargoyle. Let's discuss his life in both wars and explain his bonus skill, which most players will get their head scratching. Just a heads up that flu season is here and I totally did not caught with it, so if you hear my voice cracking or some sniffling throughout this video, then please end my suffering. Ozawa was born in a royal colony of the island of Kyushu on 2nd of October 1886. Throughout his young life, he lived in a normal life until he became enlisted in the Imperial Japanese Naval Academy. He graduated from the 37th class of 19th November 1909 and performed his missionman service under cruisers Soya, Kusuga, and the dreadnought Mikasa. During his time, his men called him Gargoyle because he was 6'7", a foot and a half higher than the average World War II Japanese soldier. If basketball were widespread to Japan, he would be very much qualified for the NBA Japan team. Moving on, he was commissioned to assign on 15th of December 1910 and serve on the destroyer Ararestake, battleship Hiei, and cruiser Chitose. 5 years later, he rose his rank to lieutenant and served on battleships Karachi and Hinoki. Throughout his studies in the Naval War College of Japan, he was specialized in torpedo warfare and later graduated in 1919 and got promoted to lieutenant commander on the 1st of December 1921. He commanded his first ship, Take. Subsequently, he commanded Asakaze, which is a sister ship of Kamikaze, and the Island Wind, Shimakaze. Not that Shimakaze, the other Shimakaze, the sister ship of Minakaze. In 1925, he served as a CTO, or the Chief Torpedo Officer of the ship, and was promoted to commander of the ship. 9 years later, he was promoted to captain and commanded heavy cruiser and battle cruiser Haruna. Sorry, Kurishima, he didn't command you.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
A year later, Ozawa was promoted to Rear Admiral, then Vice Admiral on 15th of November 1940. Ozawa was one of the leading advocates of the naval aviation, which he wasn't specialized on. However, he was the first high-ranking officer to recommend that the Japanese aircraft carrier forces to be organized into an air fleet to train and fight together, which is the reason why Kaga and Kagi got together. Well, too close.
Ha! Gay!
After the Pearl Harbor attack, Ozawa became responsible for Japan's naval operation in the South China Sea, including the invasions of Java and Sumatra under aircraft carrier Zuikaku, the sister ship of Shokaku. He proved as an aggressive and skilled commander. However, on the Battle of the Philippine Sea, he was easily defeated by the US Navy, both numerical and technological superiority. Ozawa lost over 550 planes that the Americans dubbed the aviation battle the Great Marianas Turkey Shoot, because a pilot from the USS Lexington remarked, "Why hell, it was just like an old turkey shoot down home." 4 months later, he was left of his remaining carrier fleet and fought at the Battle of the Leyte Gulf. He played his intelligence and his professionalism until his ship was sunk by US aircraft torpedoes, which, by fact, the only armored Japanese carrier that got sunk by aircraft torpedoes. Miraculously, he survived through the fire and the flames that carrier endured. By the end of the war, the Japanese Navy offered his position as full admiral, but refused until the final dissolution of the Imperial Japanese Navy. He lived until 1966, where he died of multiple sclerosis at the age of 80. Moving on to World Warships Blitz, Wargaming named him S. Ozawa, which, upon looking on Google and Bing just to make sure, I don't think he controls ships using a baton. It would be much better if they renamed it to J. Ozawa, which is the correct way to name him, for his honorable service on the South China Sea under the Imperial Japanese Navy. Other than that, here are the skills that the Vice Admiral improved. Aerobatic maneuver, 12% return speed on aircraft vehicles. Fire supremacy, adds 1 on torpedo reload skill. Exploit weakness, 2% more damage when enemy ships is on fire or flood. Dogfight specialist, 7.5% fighter attack efficiency and 13% fighter dogfight efficiency. Engine overload, 33% more duration on engine accelerator time and 50% reduction on engine accelerator cooldown time. And Giant Hunter, 2% damage on cruisers, 3% damage on battleships, and 4% damage on carriers using torpedoes. This commander is specialized on ships with torpedoes or carriers. He improved anything that involves torpedoes, with the sum of fire's efficiency and return speed. In history, he played mostly on ships with torpedoes until the attack of Pearl Harbor, which he switched to Zuikaku. For ships that can maximize his bonus will be Harugumo or... Yes, you Yodachi. Because of Fire Supremacy Plus, it adds 1 more on torpedo reload skills. Plus with the exploit weakness in Giant Hunter, it will work tremendously against heavily armored battleships. And also, we don't forget about the engine overload to get away from the pedophile Minotaur or the flaming rainbow rooster. Shimakaze will work on this commander. Wait a second, this isn't the right Shimakaze. Give me the Shimakaze that we know in Blitz. Perfect. Anyways, she is there for increased damage and more time to run away from those Slavic Kaburas or Kiev. However, what Wargaming didn't know, or probably knew, that with the correct setup with Shimakaze, the damage output would be so high that Grossa Curvers will be easily eliminated from hero to 0. Hakuryu, Taiho, and Shokaku will also work really well because of the aerobatic maneuver and dogfight specialists. Also, Giant Hunter still applies towards torpedo bombers as well. Don't forget about Kaga because, well, this clip.
He's a magical pony flying through the sky on a magical... Shoot it down.
In the end, this commander is very flexible for mostly destroyers and carriers, and ships with torpedoes, and will be devastating if you got the aggression and intelligence to be like him. For the 3rd time, not him. The other one. Good. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please be sure to torp that like button as well as subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to shoot HE to the notification bell to get the latest World of Warships Blitz content, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you at seas next time. Jane! Does anyone have a fire extinguisher? We need to extinguish the notification bell, and probably we need a new like button as well.